Hello everybody, Mark here. Now today I'm going to be making a stir fry, and it's a chicken stir fry with Uncle Ben's sweet and sour extra pineapple. Now, as you know, I don't really go for the shop brands because they're more expensive and you don't get a whole hell of a lot difference in most cases. But I bought them because it was they're doing a special. Now these are pretty much half price. See, the Co-op don't seem to be doing stir fry anymore. They used to do a shop brand, but the Uncle Ben's are like 180, 190 around there, and they're doing a special every now and again for £1. So I picked up a couple of these. I picked up a curry one as well, which I'll do later. Anyway, chicken stir fry. It's going to have approximately half a can of Spam in there, and also a load of potatoes, which I'm going to do in the air fryer. Now this is like 1/3. I chopped up all the potatoes that were left over in a bag, chopped them up, and I've got them in a bowl of water over there. Hopefully they'll last until I get to cook them. So potatoes as well. Now the first job is to put them into the air fryer and then cook them on, let me see, about 180. Put them in there for about 12-13 minutes or so. And what I want those to be done. I want those to be done first, because if they're done first, then I can always reheat them in the pan. Okay. Now, while the potatoes are cooking in the air fryer, I'm going to be putting in the pieces of chicken. And let's see, it's on out of 12. This cooker goes from 1 to 12. I've got on 7, so I'm going to sort of gently fry them. I'm going to do the usual thing, cut them up into small pieces, because it's easier to eat then just with a spoon, and it's it helps them cook a little bit quicker. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut all that up into small pieces. Okay, now the meat is cut up into very small chunks, and I'm just going to basically brown this off. And when it starts to go brown, then I'm going to throw in the half a can of Spam. I've never cooked Spam in the frying pan before. I've done it in the air fryer. In the air fryer it takes 10 minutes. So I figure it'll probably take that long to go in there. Anyway, so after a while I'll cook the chicken and the Spam in the same frying pan. Alright, I've done it again. I've put the potatoes straight in the air fryer. I forgot. I've done this a couple of times. I should have put it in the microwave before I put it in the air fryer. That's how, otherwise it's not going to work. Okay, so it's had about 5 minutes in the air fryer. Now it's going to have 5 or 6 minutes in the microwave, then put it back in the air fryer, and hopefully this will all time out okay. Okay, the potatoes are still in the microwave. We've got another couple of minutes to go. Next step is to put half the can of Spam. I'm going to put that in the fryer here, in the frying pan with the chicken. Oop. Okay, now that's that, and then basically just gently fry it. The chicken hasn't gone totally dark brown the way I like it as yet, but it will do in the next, I don't know, 5-10 minutes or whatever it takes to cook the Spam. So hopefully they'll all cook together. I tell you, that's quite a good amount of meat in there. Yeah, just separating these. Some of the little pieces are stuck together because of the way I sliced it. So I'm going to try and separate those as I mix it around. I might put a little bit more oil in there. Actually, I think I will. Yeah, what the hell. It's starting to stick to the bottom of the pan a little bit. Okay. So the trick is now just gently fry that, and then once it's all cooked, then the Uncle Ben's goes in. Okay, the potatoes are done in the microwave, so yeah, they were in there for about 5 5 minutes. I've just put a fork in them, they seem fairly okay. So now I'm going to put them in and hopefully brown them off as fast as possible, so then they'll time out along with roughly when this is done. Now this is I'm going to turn this up to 8 because it's not frying as fast. I think it's on a little bit too low. Tell you what, it looks good. Let me tell you. Look at that. Alright, I've turned the heat up a little bit so it'll fry faster. And then, because what I want to do is put the Uncle Ben sauce in there, let that simmer for like 10 minutes. Anyway, that's the plan. Right, before I go any further, you may remember I've been doing a whole bunch of these tortilla standard stuff recipes, but you know, these are like little boat-shaped little tortillas. I've been putting different ingredients in, and the other day I did one involving Spam and tandoori chicken. I put that in order to eat it, and a regular, Pete Thomas, who by the way has his own cookery channel. If you look at pretty much all my videos, he comments on a lot of mine. So if if you see his icon, just click on that if you like. And he does his own cookery. He's got some barbecue, a whole bunch of sauces, foreign cooking and stuff. Pete Thomas, his name. He gave the Spam and tandoori chicken tortilla a name called Spandori Chicken Boats, which I thought that was quite clever. Spandori, because you've got Spam and tandoori. Spamdori Chicken Boats. So, thank you, Pete Thomas. Now the Spam and the chicken have just about perfect shade. I'll try and move that spatula. There we go. They're a really good shade of brown, both meats, the chicken and the Spam. So what I'm doing here is I'm tipping the pan downwards. I'm gonna spoon all the oil out of the frying pan because I don't want this. I mean, the meat. This is oil from the vegetable oil that I put in it to fry it, and any oil and moisture from the meat that has come out during cooking. I'm going to remove all that because I don't want that to go in with the stir fry, the Uncle Ben stir fry sauce. You know, otherwise it's going to get all oily and shitty, and you don't want that in there. Okay, so I'm just going to tip that up just a little bit, just for a few moments longer, see if I can get any more drops out of there, and then I'm going to be adding the sauce. Okay, now I've just put the sauce into the frying pan with the chicken and Spam. I'm going to gently heat that on 6 out of 12 on the heat scale. Also, I'm going to keep the jar handy because if this... Oh, that's the potatoes. If that starts to thicken up, then I'll put some water in the jar here and then put that in just to loosen it up because I actually had a brainwave. What I'm going to do is add some Pilar rice to the mix as well. That's going to take about 2.5 minutes, so that'll go in the microwave later. Now it's time for the Pilar rice. There we are, 75p from the Co-op's own brand range. About 2 minutes. 2 minutes ought to do it. Now the potatoes are pretty much done. About 30 seconds I think before the rice is done. 30 seconds before the rice, I'll put the potatoes in the mix here, and then 30 seconds later the rice will be done. I'll throw that in as well, give it a good mix, and then throw it all in the bowl. Okay, here we go with the potatoes. Yep. The potatoes are going to go in. I'll give those a quick stir, and get the stir fry sauce soaked into those potatoes. It's going to be really good, I tell you. Now that would be good as is. There's plenty of meat, plenty of potato. I did put some water in the sauce off camera. I put that in the jar, swished it around, threw it in there. That was just a quick one. I didn't film that part, but it's just to loosen up the sauce. Okay. Now here we go with the rice, the pilau rice. Just going to mix this up. Right, I'm going to stir this up and I'll come back in a moment. There we have it. That's the final part, is the eating now. Let me tell you, this looks really good. And I think that this same dish, minus the spam possibly, but perhaps change spam for sausages and something, it could go with this curry. I've got curry from the Uncle Ben's as well. Mild curry. I've had that before. It is pretty good. Now, that was a bit of potato. Oh, actually, I'll try a bit of spam and potato. This actually does work. It does have a sweet flavour because it is sweet and sour. It's got a good meaty texture. Big piece of pineapple there. Yeah, but I tell you, this is one of those dishes where you can mix and match. I used chicken and spam. In the past, I've used bacon, I've used sausages, I've used pork chop. Can't think of what else. You know, any odd bit of meat. You could even throw in your extra vegetables. This has got vegetables, carrots and peppers in the stir fry, but you can add extra peas, you can add extra sweet corn, you could add anything. I've used chopped up potatoes. But, you know, onion rings, hash browns, just a case of mix and matching, you know. The rice was an afterthought. I was halfway through cooking and I thought, right, I've got a packet of rice here. Throw that in. It's one of those lucky dip dinners, you know, just throw everything in and it'll all work out. Thank you for watching.